Recording in progress.
Well, you guys got down by 23 points. Just what you see from your team, staying in that one and coming back there in the final three quarters.
Yeah, I'm extremely proud of this group. The effort, the togetherness, like you said, being down 23 points and fight all the way back, climb all the way back into it, and to come out with this win was huge. One of the things that we talked about in the huddle is that they were offensive rebounding early in the game, and we were giving up threes. So just trying to clean that up. It was funky lineups on both teams, but we did that, and we started to make our run once we made those adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a bunch of key offensive guys out for you tonight. Herb, career high in scoring. What'd you just think about his aggression on the offensive end tonight?
It was great. Herb, he's been great all season, and I just think he's getting more comfortable. His confidence is growing, and he was huge for us tonight, and we needed all his points we needed tonight.
Yeah, and Christian kind of referenced this, but I mean, you guys had no Zion, no B.I., no Josh, no Nikhil, and still pulled off this win. What does it kind of say just about the character of this team?
It's unbelievable, the character with this group. Jackson Hayes, who hadn't been played in a few G League games. I'm extremely proud of him. I told him in the locker room, this is preparation meets opportunity. He's been working his tail off. He's been receptive to everything that we're implementing, and to come out and have a game like that, it was a huge boost for our group. And I'm proud of that group. I'm proud of everyone. We just stuck with it, next man up, and we go into games believing that we can give ourselves an opportunity if we take care of the basketball and share the basketball with each other, which we did tonight.
Yeah, you talked a little bit about Herb already, but what just stood out to you about what he was able to do tonight offensively?
Well, I mean, I just love what he does all around for us. Offensively, he can attack. He can play multiple positions. He gave us a little bit what Josh gives us, which is being able to attack the basket and make plays for his teammates. And we just continue to do that all game, attack and make plays, play after play down the stretch.
You had a starter tonight that had played basically 20 minutes this season, and you had a guy that just got here in Harper. It seemed like everybody was confident, though. It seemed like those guys didn't hesitate to shoot at all. I mean, is that something that you think is a big part of the way that you guys are able to win this game, is you have guys that are, not showing any hesitation, basically? That's
the way we have to play. In any sport or anything you do in life, you have to be confident in what you're doing, and the guys have confidence because they put the work in. Gary, Harp, all of the guys, they're in the gym every day. You guys see them. They're putting the work in, and it translates. And that's why no matter what happens, we can go out and give ourselves a chance. It doesn't mean we're going to win every game, but it's a huge blessing to have a group like this that comes in every day. They enjoy being around each other, and they just hoop. It's fun.
We've talked about a few times after recent games about the way that Garrett has played, but obviously, I mean, tonight he was incredible in the fourth quarter. What did you think of just the role that he got on there?
You know what? He didn't have a great first half. He struggled a bit, and then he just stuck with it. And I think it just started with him on the defensive end, guarding their best guys. Rubio on the ball, guarding him on the ball. He got himself going, hit a couple buckets, and I said it earlier in the press conference. Garrett has been huge for us all season, on and off the floor, and tonight was another example of that.
Coach, I just got to ask you about Devontae. How's he feeling? Because I know he left the game early and had to get, his knee checked out or something like that. How's he doing?
Yeah, I haven't talked to him about it. I think he went knee to knee, and so we'll see how he feels after today. I'm not sure, but he was able to come back, thankfully. We didn't need another guy out tonight, but he was able to come back and have hit some huge shots for us, and we just needed him to calm us down some.
I'm guessing after you have a win like that, I mean, a lot of the guys probably want to get right back on the court tomorrow, but is there any element of that you have a few days now? This is, I think, the longest stretch without games that might be helpful, especially with having a couple guys that are out and obviously, a couple guys maybe banged up.
Well, we have a work team, and the guys want to get to the gym and they want to work on their game. We try to do a good job of managing that. Our medical team, Aaron and Tom, are great And so we try to do a great job of managing how much they're on the floor, but we just have a work team. We'll probably come in tomorrow and just watch some film, but guys will get their individual work in, and then we'll play it by ear from there.
Coach, did this feel like the loudest arena that you've experienced here in the Smoothie King Center as a head coach so far this season?
Yeah, it was great. Our fans have been great all season. They've been supportive. I think they understand what's going on here, and they're just rallying around this team. The guys go out and they play hard. They play together, and I said it even earlier before the season started, but we're a resilient team, which this city is the same. And so they can rally behind these guys, and it's great to see.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach.
Herb, when you go into a game and you know, like, so many of the guys you depend on offensively to create shots are just not going to play, is it a conscious effort, like, hey, look, I got to give a little bit more tonight, or was it more so just how the game flowed?
I would say it was how the game flowed. With some guys being out, I knew, they told me that I had to be more aggressive. That's what I tried to do. And I feel like my teammates did a great job of finding me on the cuts and just flowing confidence into me throughout the game, regardless of, I know there's a couple of shots that I didn't take early on, and they were just saying, just go out and play your game, don't try to think too much. And that's what I did.
A couple of the baskets in transition looked Josh Hart-esque. What did you just see tonight, in terms of, like, attacking, before the defense got set up?
Coach told us we get the rebound, push and transition, and a couple of the times that I did score in transition, I just seen a crease and just tried to attack space.
Yeah, this is more than you scored as a pro, more than you scored even in college. When was the last night you had an offensive game like this?
Maybe high school. But I try not to pay attention to some of my teammates kept telling me, the amount of points I had, but I just try to, stay focused on the next play and try to win the next play. And it kind of worked out in my favor tonight.
And for you guys to be missing as many people as you were, falling behind huge in the first quarter, what does it just say about this team that y'all were able to rally back and get this win?
It just shows the fight that we have. We stayed together. The energy was kind of low at the beginning. We picked it up. Just stayed together regardless of what was going on, the adversity we faced. We just stayed together and fought through it.
Since Will stole my question about the offense there, how much of that is it a mindset change for you going throughout? Alabama, I think that you had like 3 20-point games. Obviously, your first one here. But how much of a change is it for you when you go out there to know, all right, I might have to get so many shots up tonight, or is it just kind of like what Christian was saying, how you just find the flow of the game, you take what it gives you?
Yeah, I try not to go out and say I need to shoot a certain amount of shots. I feel like it was just the flow of the game. Like I said, my teammates found me, and I just tried to be super aggressive, play with a ton of confidence, and like I said, it just worked out in my favor tonight.
Is there a point where you're like, all right, am I shooting too much? Like, you have to kind of tell yourself like it's okay to keep going because everything is kind of being presented the way it was?
I feel like my teammates, like, they see me working every day, so I'm not the type of player to go out and just try to take, super bad shots. So I don't think my teammates will ever, have to worry about that. I just feel like it was just the flow of the game. And like I said, my teammates see me working every day, so I think they respect me enough. And they know, I'm not going to go out and just force it.
I saw you look down for the first three-pointer that you made.
I know we was talking about that shoot around. I'm trying to keep that toe off the line. And I feel like the work is starting to show a little bit, but I got to keep working.
What did you think of the impact of Gary Clark making his first start and playing the most he's played all season, and then Jared Harper, just got here? What did you think of just how important those guys were tonight?
Super important. Everybody that played, played a huge piece in the win. I knew GC could go. Jerry, I played against him, and he killed us at when I was at Alabama. He was at Auburn. I knew he could go. And I really didn't have any worries. Once they got in the game, it was just the next man up mentality. They knew the plays. They were going to compete on the defensive end, and those kind of guys I like to go out and play with.
Herb, it seemed like the crowd was alive since the end of the third quarter. Could you feel them and use that as momentum, you and your teammates? Could you basically feel how, these guys were really into it tonight?
Oh, yeah, of course. And I feel like they played a huge part, but once we picked it up defensively, they really got into the game. Regardless of what we were doing on the offensive end, the crowd, the fans, they seen us competing. And I feel like they respected it enough, got loud, and helped us, get the win.
Garrett's fourth quarter, did you feel like at a certain point you guys were you're trying to make sure that he was getting the ball or at least having a chance to get his hands on the ball with just how hot he was there?
Yeah. He made some huge shots. He works on his game a ton. He's been in the league for a minute. I feel like he's used, making and taking big shots, and it showed tonight. And I feel like he didn't take bad shots. He got good looks and knocked them down.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
You guys got down 23 there early in the first half. Just, what does it say about this team to be able to come back like that without, so many of your guys you depend on offensively?
Just resilient. I think everybody was just excited, anxious, being out. Guys knew they was going to get a chance. We had Gary Clark in the lineup, his first start. So I think everybody was excited, and we just had to calm and settle into the game. But Cleveland, they told us before the game, they come out to good starts. First quarter, I think they were the best scoring team in the first quarter or something like that. So we just did a good job of sustaining that run and settling it in. Guys playing with confidence. Everybody playing for one another and, making game-winning plays late down the stretch.
Another big night from Herb. I was just wondering, was there a point in this year when you first thought, all right, this guy's got something for sure?
I told y'all that early when I said, the 4-year guys. I tell you, I keep saying it, man. Something about it, bro. But settling in, he's getting comfortable every game. You can see it, more aggressive, shooting the ball way better, and he's athletic, so it opens. Guys got to respect it.
Yeah, we usually, whenever we ask you guys about Herb, it's usually about the defense. But for him to step up offensively the way he did tonight, how impressive was that?
It's both. It's just so common for him now, so it's just like, okay, Herb's going to play defense, but he be playing unbelievable defense. But offensively, like you said, 10 for 18, man, knocking down trays, making plays, paint, kicking it out, hockey assists, stuff like that don't go, that I notice, that don't go on the stat sheet, but everybody, who know basketball see what kind of impact, he's having for us.
Yeah, I mean, you guys closed the game with a lineup that never played together the entire season. I mean, just what was it like out there with so many guys out and just kind of figuring it out as you were going along?
That's just what it was, figuring it out. Like I said, staying resilient. It was at one point when we started the game, we weren't really communicating on defense, and coach kind of talked to us about it, and we kind of talked amongst each other. Once we started communicating better, stuff started. We started getting stops, we started getting out in transition, and it just made it a lot easier for us. No matter who out there, coach when he put you out there, he believe in you, and we believe in each other. So.
And to that, what did you think of the minutes that Jackson played tonight? Not only obviously coming in as a backup 5, but then having to play some 4 against a really big lineup that Cleveland likes to use.
He stepped up, man. Clearly we was playing good ball. He was plus 22. You know what I'm saying? So him in the game at the 4, at the 5, he was doing good things. And he's just active offensively, running the floor, defensively, just his presence. He alters shots and stuff like that. So being able to switch 1 through 4 with him, all those little things that, a lot of people say, like I said, don't notice, but to us it's huge.
And how are you feeling? Obviously, you left early. Obviously, you came back. I saw you peeking when you came back in to try to get right back in the game. But how's your knee feeling?
It's good. I'll be all right. Little bumps and bruises. It's all right.
And Devontae, you guys, I think, shot a season-high 16 made 3-pointers tonight. But, you've obviously got to talk about Garrett Temple. In that fourth quarter, he didn't miss a shot. Talk a little bit about his game. And how much did the crowd help you guys basically overcome the hump and basically win this game in clutch minutes?
The crowd was huge for us. We always appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? Every night they're coming in, cheering for us, and win, lose, or draw, they come and support. So, but GT, man, played unbelievable, especially in that fourth. I didn't know he didn't score until the fourth quarter. But like I said, just confident shooting the ball, and we drew up a play for him, knocked it down, executed, and he's always, like I said, he like Herb, defensively, switching, being able to guard the on ball and stuff like that. He's been huge. Appreciate you.
So, what started working for you in the fourth quarter there? What did you find opened up?
I got some shots. I was able to get a couple. I was talking to, Josh during the game, and after last game, I knew I needed to be pretty aggressive offensively with Bi and Josh being out. Jonas coming back after a lot of time off, and I felt like I was letting my team down, not being able to get up any shots to be aggressive offensively. So Herb really held us down in the first half. And then I told Harp just now, Jared Harper, that he got me going with a cross-court pass for the three. And then I was able to get a couple more looks.
You shared earlier in the season that you and Herb share an agent, and I think your agent gave you a heads up, like, hey, look out for this guy. What was just the first time you remember, like, okay, like, he wasn't lying to me, like, this guy's really got something for sure.
It's crazy you say that. Mark is, in my opinion, in Herb's opinion, the best agent in the business. Shout out to Priority Sports. But I talked to Mark today. And, we just talked about the season. The first time, though, I called Mark Bartlestein after our first day in Nashville. Herb was actually guarding Jared Harper on the play and held him down the entire time. It was like a 6-second span where he was trying to go one-on-one, and Herb ended up blocking his step-back three-point attempt. And I called Mark and I said, you were right about this guy. Then got to know Herb as a person, and he's just the epitome of a great teammate, great player. I mean, it's somebody that you want on your team. He's going to be in this league for a very, very long time.
Yeah, we've talked all year about what Herb has been able to do defensively as a rookie, but for him to step up the way he did on the offensive end, 26 points just with him tonight.
Just being aggressive, man, doing what he does. His ability to cut off ball is really big for us, and his ability to finish in the paint. I think he was SEC Player of the Year for a reason. Him and I talk a lot, and he says, I don't do much. I just play off the guys that are playing with me. But his ability to really, handle the ball, get downhill, finish, put pressure on the defense at the rim, we needed that, especially without Josh tonight. And then give a lot of credit to him and Coach for putting a lot of work at the three-point line. He's really shooting the ball with a lot of confidence. Fred Vincent has done a great job with him there. So the sky's the limit for him if he can just get his foot behind the line.
You got it done tonight. And you guys have been through a lot this season, but for this game, for you to be without Zion, no Bi, no Josh, no Nikhil, and find a way to come with this win, just what does it kind of say about the character of this team?
Resilience. That's the word that Coach put up on the screen. First day of practice after the hurricane and us not being able to be here, just being a resilient team. So obviously after those 8 minutes in OKC, Bi having to go out, and then Josh getting hurt at the end of the game, coming into this game without those guys, then being able to have Mobley back, getting down 20 points, just resilience. That's the word, and our ability to come back was really big. Hopefully we don't dig a hole like the last two games next game.
Will's doing a great job of stealing my questions tonight, so I'm going to switch it to build off that. But what does it say about guys like Gary Clark, Jared Harper, and then even Jackson coming in and playing the four tonight, being in the finishing lineup? What does it say about some of those guys who haven't had opportunities to step up the way they did tonight?
Really big. G. Clark has been laying in wait for him to come in and start. It's great to have a guy that's we signed that has played in this league a little bit before, has played. I think Harp was really big for us in 7-8 minutes. Just having a guy that can get downhill. We didn't have that, like I said, obviously without Josh, but him being able to get downhill, put pressure on him in the paint. And I can't say enough about Jax. Not being in rotation, but understanding to stay ready. Him and Darnell Lazar has been doing a great job keeping him ready, watching film on things that he can do. It helped last game, I think, in OKC for him to get his feet wet. And then this game, defensively, he was really big for us to be able to switch pick and rolls and run the floor. It was really, he was plus 22 tonight. So it showed that, it's not about scoring. The things that he was doing on the floor really helped us. No problem. Yeah.